How many times have you been speaking in English and suddenly forgotten a word? You might have just remembered it 5 minutes ago. Even worse, you've used this word for years, but it still slips your mind. Don't worry, you're not alone. All language learners experience this, and even native speakers do. Forgetting words can lower your fluency and confidence, but the good news is you can fix it. Today, I'll share 8 tips for when you forget an English word during a conversation. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Use category. Most people forget one specific word sometimes, but they still remember the words around that topic. So one of the easiest tips is explaining it by using a bigger or smaller group. For example, if you forget salmon, you can say, it's a kind of fish. Or if you forget vegetables, you can say, what I mean is carrot, cabbage, tomato. This method helps keep your conversation flowing smoothly. Here are some examples you can use. It's a kind of fish you can eat, for the word salmon or tuna. It's a small device that helps you listen to music, for the word headphones or earbuds. It's a type of vehicle, but it's not a car, for the word bicycle or motorbike. Tip number 2. Describe function, appearance, and other characteristics. I noticed that we tend to forget the words that describe something with a very specific use or feature, as we don't use them often, but hey, that's actually our strength. We can take advantage of this by describing it instead. For example, if you forget the word umbrella, you can say, it's something you use when it rains. Or if you forget the word watch, you can say, it's something you wear on your wrist to check the time. This helps your listener understand exactly what you mean. Here are a few more phrases you can use. It helps you to find your way around, for the word map. This object is used to brush your teeth, for the word toothbrush. You use it to take a photo, for the word camera. Tip number 3. Sound alike. Every English learner has been there, remembering a word but struggling to pronounce it correctly. Instead of trying to say sounds or partial letters, use a word that sounds similar to the one you forgot. For example, if you forget fridge, you can say, sounds like bridge, something for keeping food cold. Sometimes, if you only remember part of the word, just say it out loud, like, the word has tele in it, something for watching shows, for the word television. The word contains news, something for reading the new information, for the word newspaper. It starts with electric, something for charging your devices, for the word electric charger. Tip number 4. Compare and contrast. Sometimes even people with a large vocabulary still forget very specific words. So I add this tip, which actually combines the first 2 methods, but it does require a bit more vocabulary. By comparing and contrasting, you can provide a clearer description. For example, if the word submarine escapes you, you could describe it as a boat that can go underwater. If you can't recall jungle, you might describe it as a dense tropical forest, much wetter and hotter than a typical forest. Here are more examples to help you. Something resembles a bicycle, but it has an engine. That is, a motorcycle. This place looks like a garden, but it's enclosed and full of flowers, for a greenhouse. It's like an arena, but much larger and used for sporting events. Now that is a stadium. Tip number 5. Use body language. One quick tip, but something most people forget in tense moments, is to use body language. In certain cases, our hands, face, or gestures can help convey meaning more effectively than most vocabulary. If you forget the word haircut, you can make the motion of cutting your hair to show what you're referring to. Forget dance? Move your body in rhythm as if you're dancing to music. Forget paint? Gesture as if you're holding a paintbrush and moving it on a canvas. While this method is most useful for words related to common actions, these are exactly the words we need to use most often. Tip number 6. Learn words in sentences. Okay, now let's move on to tips that are not just useful in a single conversation, but also long-term in your learning process. When learning a new language, it's important to learn words in sentences instead of just individual words. Why is this so effective? First, it helps you understand the context in which a word is used. Second, it makes the word easier to remember because you're connecting it to a situation rather than a single meaning. For example, instead of just learning environmental, learn we should raise awareness about environmental issues. Instead of just learning affordable, learn this is an affordable option for people on a budget. Instead of just learning dedicated, learn he is a dedicated employee who always goes above and beyond. You'll not only know how to say things correctly, but you'll also spend less time trying to recall how to use the word, making your communication faster and more natural. Tip number 7. Think in English. One of the best ways to improve your language skills is to think in it rather than translating from your native language. It helps you become more fluent because you start forming thoughts directly in English and reduces the habit of translating words, which can slow you down. Besides learning, I highly recommend you to immerse English into your life. For example, listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. Watch movies or series in English with or without subtitles. Another great way is to write more. Start writing a journal or notes in English every day to remember words. These are all fun activities that can also help you learn English better. 2 birds, 1 stone. Tip number 8. Never be afraid to ask. Finally, here's a tip that's valuable for both conversation and learning. Never be afraid to ask. Asking doesn't make you less fluent. Instead, it speeds up your learning process. It also shows the person you're speaking with that you're interested in the conversation. You can say, "What do you call the thing you use to open bottles?" for something you can describe. Or, "How do you say this in English?" for something you haven't learned in English. Or, "What do you mean by word?" if someone uses a word you don't understand and want to learn. So next time you're unsure, just ask. It's the best way to learn and improve your language skills. Now you know 8 tips that will make speaking English feel more natural. But the ultimate key is practice. Use these tips in your daily conversations, and you'll see your confidence grow. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you in any way, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, forgetting helps you learn, and each time you recall a word, you grow stronger in your language journey.